Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ninth Legion. Let's play some more No Man's Sky. So, there are going to be a couple of differences from what you saw in the last video. Primarily, this is now our ship. I actually have bought a new ship, a brand new, well, not brand new, second-hand Utsumayama S-84. I have to say, she's pretty damn cool. If you remember in the last couple of videos, I actually saw a couple of these flying around, and I thought they looked really cool. I have to say, I like the model. I'm not quite sure what it is, it just looks rugged, like it could take a beating. And that kind of appeals to me. But the most important thing about this ship, and the reason I paid for it, if we take a look, is that it has 25 inventory slots. Now this ship did cost me a lot of money, but luckily I've been a bit ill the last couple of days, and I had some time on my hands. I couldn't really record anything because I wasn't very well. It would have been a lot of sneezing, coughing and sniffling into the microphone if I had. So I thought I fancy playing some No Man's Sky, and I just pootled my way around the planets nearby. I haven't done any of the plot-related stuff, so don't worry, you haven't missed too much. But basically, I mined a shit ton of plutonium and made a lot of money. That has allowed us to buy this ship here. Now, while I was doing all that, I kept finding exosuit upgrades. At one point, I found 3 exosuit upgrades right next to each other. It was kind of crazy. So we now have 25 inventory slots on our character, 25 inventory slots on our starship, and as I kind of burp into the microphone, terribly sorry there, I also managed to get a new multi-tool, which has 10 slots on it. So I haven't spent that much more time in the game, but it's really paid off what I have done. So we are significantly improved our situation. Now, we do actually need to do some plot-related stuff. As the game keeps trying to tell me, I do have an incoming signal from a beacon. And unfortunately I've discovered more than one beacon, so I'm not actually sure which one it is, but I believe this is the important beacon up here. So we're going to be heading to Uhashikyak. We've been here before, you guys have seen that. I have actually visited all the planets in the system now, so you can see here. In fact, I spent so much time mining plutonium on Ryromegal, the first planet we started the game on, that I've actually 100% completion, which helped me earn some money. Right, let's head straight to Ushizuk. Oh, I'm too close to the space station apparently. Let's get some distance from the space station, and then I can go nice and fast, because otherwise this is going to take a while to get to this beacon. While I'm here actually, I could probably do with getting some Famium 9 for my engines. This will be nice and quick, just shoot a few rocks. There we go. A couple of hundred Famium will keep our engines going for quite some time. Alright. Let's use our pulse engine to get to that beacon nice and quick. 30 seconds. Yeah, that'll do. Thank God for space engines. So yeah, I've been avoiding doing this beacon because I believe I know what it's going to do for us, and it should help us actually get out of this solar system and head to a brand new one. Luckily, all the other planets in this system have been, frankly, a little bit boring. They're quite desolate, they're very barren, very few life forms, no plants. The only good thing I found on any of them was that there was actually some plutonium in significant quantities. So they were good for lots of mining. I'm going to get up out of the atmosphere a bit so I can move a little bit faster. Your altitude does affect your speed somewhat, is one thing I've learned while jumping around planets. There we go, okay. We're getting pretty close now. We're at least in the right region of the planet, so let's start heading down. And we'll see what this beacon actually has for us. We're re-entering now. I kind of like the re-entry. It's very subtle. Well, the whole screen turning red and the burning sound. Makes me feel like I am actually in a spacecraft though. There we go. Okay, beacon is directly below me. Let's try and land right on it. Landing can be a bit tricky. You can't actually... yeah, see, I can't actually see what I'm trying to land on. I think that's like something they could improve on in No Man's Sky. But, you know, I've put several hours into this game so far, and I do actually enjoy it. I am having fun. Can I actually land anywhere near this beacon, please? There we go. Okay, I'm not sure how close I am to it, but I'm sure we can survive. Where's the beacon? Oh, it's up there. Okay. So, I have discovered a simple trick that a lot of people have been using to help them get around a bit faster. Basically, what you can do is, if you hit the melee key on PC, that's Q, you can do a strike with your weapon. Basically, if you're trying to hit any hostile animals that get too close to you. That imparts a little bit of momentum to your character, and you can actually use that with your jump. So if I do this right... There we go. You can actually impart momentum as you fire your jetpack engine. And that actually really speeds you up and allows you to go just a little bit faster. It's kind of handy. I'm going to grab this plutonium while I'm here. I did sell off a huge chunk of it recently. So there we go. We can actually get around a little bit faster. Ooh, that's a nice big chunk of plutonium there. Alright, let's grab all of this. So I should probably actually show you my equipment, as it's changed since you guys last saw it. Now, my starship has phase beams and photon cannons equipped, with some upgrades for all of them, which is pretty cool. It's also got a bit of the phase beam impact sigma, which improves the fire rate, which is very handy. The phase beam actually locks on to targets, so I'm considering getting rid of the photon cannon stuff entirely. It's also got an improved shield, +1 to our shield there, which will come in handy if we do get into a fight. My multi-tool has a couple of cool upgrades to it. Oh, I actually need to recharge my mining beam. There we go. We've got the mining beam, we've got a scanner. Now you'll note I don't have a bolt caster. What we do have is a lot of upgrades to the actual combat damage that we can do here. So we've got +2 damage there. We've got beam intensifier sigma, so it mines faster. Beam coolant system reduces the cooldown time between being able to use this. Beam intensifier, again, increases the things. We've actually got +5 for terrain destruction right now. And a beam focus unit, so speeds up the processing on resource-rich materials, which is kind of handy. On top of that, we do have a scanner boost, +2. That actually came with this unit when I got it, so I didn't actually build that. I don't actually know if I can build that, but we know how. We've got one. We know how to do it. And I've also built a grenade launcher, because, screw it, everyone likes grenades, and I will show you what the grenades do, because they actually blow through the ground. If you want to try and dig down, like to try and uncover something hidden under the surface or dig your way into a cavern, you can just keep popping off grenades like so, and we can just dig tunnels all the way down. Now it does take energy, and I don't think we've actually discovered that. I have no idea how deep you can go, but that might be something we play around with later on. What about my suit? I think the only change on my suit, apart from the fact it's got much bigger, is I do have a +1 bonus to my jetpack booster. As I'm now using my jetpack to get around that a little bit faster, extra jetpack juice came in very handy. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's actually investigate what this beacon is trying to tell me. Because it's been trying to tell me stuff for a long time. Okay, it's directing me to something else. What are you trying to tell me to do? What is that? An outpost. Do you want me to go to that outpost? Okay. I'm assuming this is plot related. We move, yeah, using this little hack makes us move so much faster. It does feel a little bit cheaty. But what I found is... Oh, I need to refuel my ship. Luckily, I got some plutonium, so I can. What I have found is that... because it's hard to see stuff from the air, you do need to do a lot of travelling on foot. And it just makes life easier. I don't feel like it's too much of a cheat. It's just a quality of life improvement, personally. I've been playing a lot of Just Cause 3 recently, and I have to say, every game should just give you some kind of grappling hook and a jetpack, is my current impression of computer gaming. No one enjoys just wandering around, unless it's a game where you're meant to just walk around slowly. Give me a jetpack, give me a speed boost, give me the ability to just move really fast and really easily. And yeah, put limits on it, but it's more fun, you know? It makes the game better when you can do shit like that. I'm sure there are many reasons why that's a stupid thing to do, but hey, I'm going to be doing it. The Oberus Wastes, okay. Let's take a look and see what this is. We do have some cargo drops here, let's take those. Fascination bead, fine. Another power canister, that's okay. I'm still not massive fans of power canisters and shielding shards, because they don't stack, and they take up a whole inventory slot for one use. Just carrying a bunch of plutonium is much more efficient in my eyes. Hello, we have a new alien. Another Korvax. Oh god, and another multi-tool upgrade. Okay. This is kind of cool. What else we got? Carbon. We'll take his carbon. Okay. Ooh, what do these blue cubes do? Shields. Okay. My shield isn't damaged, so I don't need to worry about that. Oh, I'm still using my life support. I didn't think that actually happened when you're inside, so I'm dumb. Let's use up one of these power canisters. And speak to Technician Entity Mirsky. Now, because of my travels, I have managed to uncover a number of new words. Unfortunately, he's not using any of them, so that kind of sucks. Traveller, something, 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 something. I cannot discern if the entity is flesh, machine, or both. Well, as Korvax, we know there are AI entities. We've encountered a number of these on our travels so far. Lights flicker across its visor, but it is motionless. Then its head nods mechanically just once towards a slate nearby. With a start, I realised I can understand the text on it. I looked to the entity for answers, but it remained still and silent. I suspect it is a mech courier, not the author of this message. The slate also contains a blueprint for a new technology, a hyperdrive. We shall take the blueprint. Instructions on how to traverse the scars. This will be invaluable. Calm blue lights dart across the beam's mask as if transmitting a message. So we have a new technology, a hyperdrive. This is a light-speed warp drive, a type of FTL propulsion drive that allows starships to attain warp speed and get out of the way message and jump between neighbouring systems. So this is what's going to allow us to actually leave the space. And it's pretty easy to make. We just need a dynamic resonator and some iridium. Now I know for a fact I can't make a dynamic resonator, so let's see if we can buy one. I'm assuming that's why they've put this terminal here. Do you have any dynamic resonators? You have a dimensional matrix? No, you don't have the one thing I need. That's a shame. I could buy some iridium for you, but it's easy to go mine that stuff. And you don't really have anything I want. Do I have anything I particularly want to sell to you right now? I do have a fascination bead. That's worth 12,000. We'll sell that. I'll get rid of the carbon. I'm not going to need that. Okay. Right, well we have a hyperdrive, we just need to go build the thing. Let's check out this, you should have some technology for me. Short burst adapter. Boltcaster releases short rapid sequences of fire. That would be very handy if I was going to use the boltcaster. Oh, that door just leads out, okay. Oh, there's actually a landing pad here. I could have used the landing pad, but I didn't. Right, let's have a look at this. Experiment 3K41. This is a new multi-tool. Unfortunately, it's only... Oh, space station. I already know there's a space station. We've already been to that. New, yes, only 9 slots compared to my current 10-slot one, so does have some interesting technology on it. +3 range boost for the scanner would be kind of handy. But I think if we compare the two, I want to stick with my one. Plus, I kind of like my big yellow gun. I think it looks cool. So we're going to leave that behind. There is some more plutonium around here by the looks of it. Okay, so we can now build a hyperdrive. I just need to get a dynamic resonator and some iridium. That shouldn't be too bad. Is that a Sentinel or a ship? Oh, it's a Sentinel. I was hoping it was a ship. Let's grab some more plutonium while we're here. We are probably going to need some. Yeah, the Sentinel's not too happy with me, but hey, he's too busy. Ooh, there's a big chunk of plutonium down there I want. And then I guess we're going to need to head to the starbase, or the spaceport, so we can buy the components we need. And once we've done that, we're just going to leave. I've certainly been travelling around this... Ooh, I hit the ground. Gotta be careful when you're rocket jumping around. Because your velocity is actually increased, you can hit that ground pretty damn hard. We're very quick at mining at the moment. The upgrades on our new multi-tool, we really are spec'd for mining right now. Plus we can do some decent combat damage if we need to. But what was I saying? Yeah, I've had a look around all the planets here. There's not really that much to see. If I bring up the options menu quickly, you can see here, this moon, peaceful climate, sentinels are typical, but the flora is barren and the fauna is devoid. There's actually a few plants around, no animals, no major accomplishments to be made. And that's largely true of all of these. You know, this one was a very cold planet, powder snow weather, non-existent flora, fauna was sparse. So you haven't missed out on much, trust me. So basically, we built this hyperdrive and we are just jumping straight to the next system. We're going to start heading towards the centre of the galaxy. What I need to do though is find some iridium. And if we can pick up some plutonium on the way, I will. Now I probably could have just taken my starship for this, but using the little melee jump tool here, you can actually get around pretty quickly now. Like I say, it just makes the game a little bit more enjoyable because you're not struggling to get everywhere. I think we need 200 iridium, so we've got to mine a fair chunk of this. Luckily this tool is damn fast. How much do we get? Yeah, we've already got 220. That's all we need. Okay, we can start heading back now. So much easier to get around. I'd known about this glitch, or yeah, I guess it is a glitch. It's not intended mechanic, so we're going to call it a glitch. But I had known about it from when we started. I didn't really consider using it until I found that I really needed to get around long distances without constantly having to take off and land in the ship. As I said earlier, it's not the easiest thing to do, so sometimes it's just easier to do this. Although you've got to do it right. That's kind of a cool ship. That's not a bad ship. But I like my little rugged ship. I'm not going to worry about changing just yet. Right, we've got a chunk of plutonium, we've got all the iridium we're going to need. So we just need to travel to the space station, buy the resonator, and build ourselves a hyperdrive. And then we're heading out. We're going to head to a whole new star system. And we're back in space. I'll probably grab some more tharium while I'm out here quickly. There we go. That should do. Now, where's our space station? All the way over there. It's a couple of hours away apparently, but luckily Pulse Drive will sort this problem out for me. We should be there momentarily. You can manually come out of Pulse Drive just by pressing the S key and slowing yourself down. But otherwise it will try and automatically direct you to your destination. Although it looks like it's actually locked onto something on the planet there, not the space station itself. We might have to take manual control here in a minute, because I think I'm going to miss it. I like the little sound the asteroids make. There we go, coming off course. Slow down a bit, I don't want to hit an asteroid. I do have strength and shields, but I don't think that's going to help me very much. There we go. And the entrance is just on the other side. Luckily the space stations here are a bit easier to work out where the entrance is compared to some of the space stations you find in, say, Elite Dangerous. I have a huge difficulty trying to actually find out the entrance to some of the space stations in Elite Dangerous. I just keep flying around them, especially the kind of cuboid, trapezoid ones you get. I can never work out where the damn entrance is. Perfect landing. I'm quite glad I don't have to try and land manually. I'm sure I'd actually screw it up. Right, let's go buy ourselves a hyperdrive. No, actually, no, I don't want to sell stuff, do I? I'm too used to coming here and just selling all my shit. There we go, one dynamic resonator. Pretty expensive, 32,000 units, but hey, it's going to be worth it. So with that, I should have everything I need to just make a hyperdrive. There we go, one hyperdrive. Built and done. It does need some fuel, actually. What do you need? Oh, you need a warp cell. Damn it! I don't have a warp cell. How do I get a warp cell? I need to fuel my hyperdrive. Can I buy a warp cell? No. Okay, I must be able to build a warp cell. Aha, warp cell. I need antimatter. Okay. I'm sure someone will I can't talk today. I'm sure someone on the Galactic Trade Network will sell me a highly volatile substance. Electron vapor? No. No, I need antimatter. You don't have any antimatter for me? What kind of Galactic Trade Network is this, if I can't buy weapons of mass destruction? Okay, can I make antimatter? I can make electron vapor and suspension fluid, but not antimatter. Huh. Okay, tell you what, there is a way around this. We can try and trade with some of the ships that are landing down here. There we go, there's someone. Excuse me, sir, would you mind selling me antimatter? I promise I'm not going to try and blow up the moon or something. I could also try and buy a ship, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Buy items from the life form. Do you have any antimatter? You got an Atlas stone. That's kind of cool. 5,667,000 units for an Atlas stone. That seems like quite a lot. Nope, no antimatter. Okay. Maybe that other person has some antimatter. I like how everyone's flying my ship. Clearly people have recognised that this is the best ship. Damn it, I just need some antimatter. Where am I meant to get my antimatter from, game? This is proving more problematic than I had anticipated. I'm just going to double check before I panic and start leaving this place. There's absolutely no antimatter I can buy from this network. I'm not just being an idiot and missing it, am I? Nope. You have no antimatter for sale. That's a problem. How am I meant to fly to different star systems without antimatter? Oh, okay, more ships are arriving. Let's have a chat with one of them. One of them might have some antimatter. If not, we're going to have to head planet side. And I'm going to have to try and... Can I talk to this person, please? There we go. I'm going to have to head planet side and try and, I don't know, find some antimatter? What have you got? An aquasphere. That's not quite what I want. Unstable plasma? Plasma launcher recharge. Ah. I don't know what a plasma launcher is. I kind of want one. Sounds cool. Okay, no antimatter. This is disappointing. Do you have antimatter for me? Someone, just give me some antimatter, please. I want to go exploring. I want to travel to different worlds and meet alien species and possibly shoot some of them. Ooh, no, damn it. I saw the A and I thought, no such luck. Okay, this is mildly problematic. I'm not sure where else to go on the planet. I can actually by. We have found a few trade terminals on the ground, but their location isn't marked that I know of, so getting back to them is going to be kind of difficult. If someone up here doesn't actually have some antimatter for me, I'm in trouble, because I can't make this stuff. Yet. I imagine later on I can actually just make it myself. Okay, I'm going to have to pause the recording while I try and figure out what I'm going to do, which might involve just standing around in this space station for a while, until someone turns up with some antimatter they can tell me. But we'll see. After, well, only a little bit of waiting around for the right ship to land, we have some antimatter. In fact, they had 2 units, so I went ahead and bought both. And now we can make ourselves 1 warp cell. In fact, I might as well go ahead and just make 2 now. Otherwise I'll accidentally end up selling the antimatter and get stranded wherever we head next. So I believe you need 1 warp cell per jump, but we'll have to find out if that's true, because this is it, guys. We are leaving on a space jet. Okay. Now, what I should be able to do... Oh, incoming signal. What is my incoming signal? Is it that one down there? That one does appear to be very important. I get... Ah, you know what's going to happen? I bet they're going to give me a recipe for antimatter. Well, actually, that would be kind of handy. Let's head down there and see if we can't actually... After all that time I just spent waiting around for someone to sell me some goddamn antimatter. Actually, let's use the pulse engine for this, because we're a little bit far away. I also don't want to get jumped by space pirates. Oh, god. Okay. The planet was coming up very quickly there. I didn't appreciate that entirely. Arriving in 0 seconds, apparently. 1, 2, 3... Okay, yeah. The game can't actually count properly, which is a little bit alarming. Okay, and we're back here. We haven't been here for a while, but this is where we were last episode with flying space creatures. What do I have for me? Have I not? I actually haven't been to this base at all. Interesting. Well, let's loot their stuff and claim it for ourselves. Plutonium and another fascination bead. Fine. Let's save our progress. Ah, there are actually 2 buildings here. Let's check out the other one first. Do you have anything in here for me? Ah, some technology. Perfect. Beam intensifier tau. Okay. And health, which I don't actually need. I suppose I can take some carbon. There might be a person inside who will need to be bribed with some carbon, so that won't hurt. Haha! Hello! Oh god, there's another gun. Ah, Jesus. That gun looks a lot like my current gun, actually. Something Atlas, something. So I do know a lot of Korvac's words right now, but apparently not enough. And you're just going to give me antimatter. Damn it, I just bought antimatter. Ah, so someone has told him to give me the antimatter so I can follow the path of Atlas. Well, that's fine. Well, I kind of already did that. Ooh, money. Cool. Alright, let's check out this gun. The Riposte of Isbanglis Egus. Ooh, 12-slot multi-tool. Unfortunately, because I spent all that money on buying antimatter, I don't have any cash left. I can't actually afford this gun. It's 77,000 units. I did have lots of money before I bought all that antimatter, but now I can't do it. Nah. Okay. Can we quickly make some money? Probably not by stealing his carbon. But I mean, if there's some plutonium around, I could just try and make a lot of money off plutonium. Okay, I just got some new technology and a journey milestone. Probably distance walked. Oh no, I've met 6 aliens. Okay. That's fine. Thank you for that. Okay, there is some stuff out here. There's a reload for my multi-tool. Shielding blades, cargo drop might have something in. Oh, Guraga. Okay, I do have a couple of items to sell. I just don't think they're going to be enough. Let's see, how much can I sell? I mean, I could sell the antimatter you just gave me, but that seems kind of short-sighted of me. Okay, fascination bead, Gragra, go. What else can I sell? I do have a lot of plutonium actually, and I can go get more plutonium outside. Yeah, let's sell the plutonium. That should give me enough money. Get rid of the carbon as well. I can't actually sell my antimatter here. That's good. Yeah, okay, now I've got enough money for the gun. Cool, we get so we've got antimatter, we've got hyperdrive, and I've got a new multi-tool with a pretty cool name to it. So it's got the scanner, it's got the mining beam, and it's got lots of mining beam upgrades, which I like. The only thing it doesn't really have is plasma grenade launcher or the scanner tool, but I can do that myself. If I dismantle those now, we won't really lose anything. In fact, I can dismantle all of these upgrades and get the resources back. And that won't affect the price of this. Yep, okay, we're going to get this larger multi-tool, 12 slots. Lots of upgrades, perfect. Right, can I build my stuff back onto it? So I would like the scanner upgrade. So I'm going to need some carbon. Damn it, I just sold all my carbon. And what else do I want? A grenade launcher. I could get a grenade launcher upgrade as well, because we've got that extra slot, one extra spare slot. Higher velocity, interesting. Charge you up. Okay, let's go outside and grab some carbon. There's got to be some plants I can shoot over there. And I do want that plutonium as well. I just sold all mine to test out my new gun. That's pretty good. Oh wow. Actually, no, this thing can just go for days. Oh, hang on, are you going to get angry with me now? Sorry, I kind of forgot you were there. I don't mean to imply that you're useless or anything, but I totally forgot you were there. Yeah, he's going to get really angry with me, but I kind of don't want to waste time here. If I have to shoot him, I will. I do kind of feel guilty about that, because they're just doing their job. I mean, they're kind of cute. A little bit stalkerish, they just keep following me around. Oh god, that's a lot of plutonium. Yeah, I want that. I don't know what that is. Aluminium. Okay, I'll take the aluminium. Damn it. Yeah, okay. That was silly of me. I could have been patient, but instead I just have to kill you all, although I love you. Goodbye. Terribly sorry. Sorry. Grab that. Any more hostiles coming in? Nope, we're good. Alright, let's grab the last of this. Now that I've killed for it. Holy crap, this is actually very quick at mining. This is even faster than my last one. And my last one was pretty damn good. Okay, managed to fill that up pretty quick, didn't I? So, what were we trying to make? I wanted to make a plasma launcher. So we now have some grenades again. And the range scanner boost. What else do we want? I wouldn't mind... Do we have anything more for the beam laser that I don't currently have installed? I guess the only thing I could do right now is the beam focus Sigma. Do we have the beam intensifier Tau? No, we have the beam intensifier Theta, which is better. Yeah, okay, I'm going to build that. Cool, okay. Right, this planet's getting very cold. The Sentinels are angry with me. I think it's time to leave and head to a new star system, because this episode's running on really long, because I'm taking far too long to do stuff. So, if I take off and fly into space, we should be able to just leave. We have the hyperdrive. The hyperdrive is fueled. Should just be able to go. There we go, okay. So, you are showing me the path towards the galactic core. which is in that direction. So our next star system will be Geheselglue, in the region of Liftengau. It's a class G3 PF star with 3 planets and 1 moon. No one has been there yet, and is 69 light years away. Unfortunately, I forgot to fuel my hyperdrive, so that kind of sucks. Let me try that again, shall I? I could have sworn I put some fuel in you. There we go. Oh, you got 1 charge. I can actually put multiple charges in you? Sure, might as well. Okay, let's try that again. So I can just go in any direction I want, but if I follow this yellow line, it should lead me towards the galactic core. What I might do... And where am I currently? There I am. Okay. Let's scan for discoveries. I don't know quite what that does. Can I see anything? No. I think we're just going to have to go there. So we're just going to... Yeah, warp computation is validated at the bottom there. Left click to engage. In my best Picard voice, engage. That was a terrible Star Trek Captain Picard impression, I'm sorry. Okay, hyperspace is yellow. That's good to know. Very kind of hypnotic staring at this. I'm probably going to go blind by staring at whatever singularity is staring at the front of my spaceship. Man, this episode has run on very long. I need to cut this to a close probably. As soon as we enter this star system. The system of Geheselglue in the Euclid Galaxy, discovered by me today, right now. And some big ships in front of us. Hey guys, are you friendly? I hope you're friendly. Okay, so it looks like we've got a planet directly in front of us. We are now a galactic traveller. Okay, so we've got a planet ahead of us with a moon. Yeah, moon of Autobufu Porsk. Oh, it does actually say when they're moons, that's good. Space station behind me. And another planet. Where's the 3rd planet? There should be 3 planets and 1 moon. Interesting. Well, I think we're going to head to this one first. And we're going to have to take a look at them. But I think I'm going to call this episode to a close first, because it's running on very long. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. Do feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And hopefully, I'm going to see you all later for the next one. Bye.